Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, the place where two wheels meet passion, power, and personality. Today, we're diving into the thunderous world of muscle cruisers with a machine that doesn't just turn heads, it snaps necks. This is the 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R, a bike that blends raw torque with bold attitude, wrapped in one of the most aggressive silhouettes on the street. Whether you're into blistering straight-line speed or just want to dominate the boulevard with presence, this is the kind of ride that redefines what it means to be a power cruiser. Buckle up, because we're about to unleash one of the most thrilling rides of 2025. In the world of power cruisers, few names stir the soul like the Suzuki Boulevard M109R. For nearly 2 decades, it has been a machine that refuses to conform to the rules, blending the raw brawn of a muscle bike with the low-slung swagger of a cruiser. And now, in 2025, Suzuki has unleashed its latest incarnation of this beast. The 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R. A motorcycle that doesn't whisper its intentions but growls them through twin pipes, daring riders to twist the throttle and feel the visceral punch of Suzuki engineering in its most unrelenting form. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a rolling embodiment of attitude, presence, and unapologetic power. Right off the bat, the Boulevard M109R draws your gaze and doesn't let go. It's an aesthetic brute, oversized, aggressive, and unmistakably masculine. From the deeply sculpted tank to the wide rear fender that cradles an imposing 240mm rear tire, this machine makes no attempt at subtlety. Its stance is low, long, and wide, evoking the kind of silhouette that looks like it's charging forward even at a standstill. Suzuki has taken a performance-first approach to the styling but hasn't forgotten the heritage of the M109R lineage. The new LED headlamp cluster is more futuristic than ever, integrated seamlessly into the aerodynamic front cowl, while the tank now features sharper lines and a more muscular profile. The updated frame has been refined for both visual impact and ride balance, and the use of blacked-out components across the engine, pipes, and forks gives it that sinister, stealth cruiser appeal. At the heart of this beast is a monstrous 1,783 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled, 54-degree V-twin engine, one of the largest displacement V-twins in the production motorcycle world. For 2025, Suzuki has fine-tuned the fuel injection and ignition mapping to extract smoother delivery at low RPMs while keeping the signature kick in the teeth at wide-open throttle. This engine isn't about polite acceleration, it surges, it roars, it shakes you awake. With 128 horsepower and a thunderous 160 Nm of torque peaking at just 3,200 RPM, the M109R doesn't accelerate, it detonates off the line. Whether you're cruising through city streets or blasting down a highway, the power is immediate, ever-present, and almost frightening in its potential. The dual spark plug setup has returned, now updated for better combustion efficiency, contributing to improved throttle response and cleaner emissions without taming the engine's wild personality. It's connected to a 5-speed gearbox that has been refined for 2025 to offer crisper shifts and a slightly shorter first gear to amplify the launch experience. The shaft drive system remains, continuing Suzuki's commitment to low-maintenance longevity. It's robust, smooth, and works well with the kind of brutal torque this engine churns out. Handling on the 2025 M109R is a revelation, considering its size and intent. Suzuki has reworked the suspension setup, adding a revised 46mm inverted front fork and a new preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. These upgrades contribute to better high-speed stability and more composure over rough roads. The 2025 model also benefits from a rebalanced chassis geometry with a slightly sharper rake angle, improving agility while retaining cruiser-like poise. Steering a 764-pound motorcycle with a 66.9-inch wheelbase shouldn't feel this intuitive, but somehow Suzuki has found the sweet spot between mass and motion. Braking has also seen significant attention. The twin 310mm front discs are now mated with updated radial mount calipers, offering better bite and heat dissipation. A 275mm disc handles braking duties at the rear. For 2025, Suzuki has also integrated a new dual-channel ABS system, reprogrammed to intervene less aggressively while still providing critical support when needed. The brake lever and pedal feel more progressive now, giving riders better control over deceleration, essential when piloting a machine with this much power. The M109R has never been a bike for the faint of heart, but Suzuki's 2025 upgrades do add a level of refinement that elevates the riding experience. The ergonomics remain aggressive but are slightly more accommodating thanks to a revised seat profile that offers more lumbar support for long hauls. The drag-style handlebars are still present but now sit on slightly higher risers, reducing wrist fatigue on extended rides. Suzuki also offers optional forward controls with adjustable foot peg positions, allowing taller riders to dial in their comfort zone. One of the most surprising additions to the 2025 M109R is the updated electronics suite. While still analog at heart, Suzuki has incorporated a new semi-digital instrument cluster featuring a central analog tachometer flanked by a digital speedo, gear indicator, fuel gauge, and trip computer. A riding mode selector, simple but effective, allows riders to switch between sport and touring modes, slightly altering throttle response and power delivery. It's not a tech-laden sport bike system, but it gives riders a degree of control that complements the bike's versatility. For those seeking personalization, Suzuki's accessory catalog has expanded significantly. Riders can now opt for LED underglow kits, performance exhaust systems developed in partnership with Yoshimura, wind deflectors, custom seats, and even paint-matched saddlebags that preserve the bike's sleek profile. In 2025, Suzuki is also offering 3 new factory color schemes: Phantom Black, Midnight Sapphire, and Inferno Red, all with deep gloss finishes and contrasting pinstriping that accentuate the curves and muscle of the design. From a performance standpoint, few cruisers come close to what the M109R offers. 0 to 60 in under 3.7 seconds. A top speed just shy of 140 miles per hour. Quarter-mile runs in the low 11s. This isn't just about flexing specs, it's about the emotional high you get every time you roll open the throttle and hear that engine bark through those monstrous exhausts. It's a cruiser that drags the sport bike world into its orbit and dares it to keep up. The price? Suzuki has managed to keep the M109R relatively accessible considering what you're getting. The 2025 model is priced starting at $16,499, making it a performance cruiser bargain compared to rivals like the Harley-Davidson Breakout or the Ducati Diavel. And when you factor in the Japanese reliability, lower maintenance costs, and long-term durability, the value proposition becomes even more compelling. But the real magic of the M109R isn't just in its numbers or features. It's in the way it makes you feel. It's the way heads turn when you rumble through town. The way your pulse spikes when you unleash full throttle on an open stretch of road. The way it dares you to take that corner a little harder, ride a little longer, and chase that sunset a little farther. The Boulevard M109R is about presence. It's about performance without compromise, style without apology, and power that doesn't ask for permission. If you're a rider who lives for torque, who wants a bike that doesn't blend in, and who craves the kind of experience that leaves your hands buzzing and your heart racing, then this is your motorcycle. The 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R is not just a machine. It's a statement. One that echoes long after the engine goes quiet. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more in-depth reviews, raw road impressions, and the latest on the most exciting bikes around the world, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You're watching Bike Culture Hub, where every ride tells a story. Until next time, stay loud, ride proud.